You can't be out here begging people to do things that they just don't want to do anymore. I mean, you're the one that's in charge of your life, right? The reason why I've never had to take a social media break is because I'm not out here looking at other people. Like, I don't really care about your life. Happy New Year to everyone, guys. So I'm back today with a chit chat get ready with me video per request. I did tell you guys I was gonna do this, so I went ahead and did my eyebrows off camera, guys, just because it just takes too long and ain't nobody got time for that. So I did use for my eyebrows today the Anastasia Beverly Hills dip brow in the color chocolate. Very nice. This is like the best. It gives me the best brows. The best brows ever. The best brows ever. I also cleaned up with the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin 24-hour concealer. And I get this one in the color 5.2. The links for these will be down below, guys. So don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. So hopefully everyone's 2022 is starting off all right. There's already a few people that need to get the fuck off the internet already, just doing the most. But I mean, that's regular stuff any other day. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and base my eyes, guys, to start off. I did ask you guys to ask me a few Q&A questions under a Vlogmas video that I posted like weeks ago. I did Vlogmas a little bit different this year. I combined it and then I stopped Vlogmas right after Christmas because my birthday was up. I did a birthday vlog for you guys and all that stuff. So I kind of cut everything short this year, but I still delivered the Vlogmas the same way I did last year. So yeah, but this year I definitely did bulk the vlogs up because it was just too much, especially in my other content. I had to really combine everything together to give you guys all my content, all the sponsored and all like just the regular vlogs and stuff like that. So that's why this year's Vlogmas was combined together, but I enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully if you guys ain't got nothing to do this weekend, you guys can go ahead and watch the Vlogmas playlist, which I have a whole bunch of playlists. Just gotta click down below and just look for them. So I'm basically priming right now, guys, with the, like I said, the Makeup Forever. Just trying to get my eyes like a base eye like this before I start the shadow. But the shadow I'm doing, it ain't gonna be that deep. All the products, like I said, I'm gonna link down below, guys. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe palette, the 3503 palette. Now I popped the top off of this one. They just need to sell these now without the tops. I literally break these all the freaking time. So I have a question for you guys. Are you guys doing New Year's resolutions? I mean, did you guys have a New Year's resolution? What's your plan for this year? I already wanted to start off by doing, I'm using like this little gold color right here. I wanted to start off the new year by doing like 7 a.m. routine. I have not been able to do that yet. I kind of feel like when you start making plans like that to do like 7 a.m. morning routine and stuff like that, it's a progression. You can't just jump into it and be like, oh, I'm gonna do this tomorrow, I'm gonna start next week. Bro, I woke up the first day at 7:05 or 7 o'clock. I let that alarm clock ring and then I went back to sleep because I'm just like tired. And honestly, I have to make sure that my sleep cycle is correct too. I need to go to sleep at a good time in order to be able to wake up in the morning. And I be going to sleep at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. You can't really do that down, but that's what I've been doing. So I'm gonna keep it pretty basic like this, guys, as the base, like that nice shimmery base. And then for the crease, I'm gonna go in with one of these two colors right here. You guys gonna see, it just always comes out looking right. So I'm gonna go in with this. But like I said, I'm trying to be that 7 a.m. girl, the girl that wakes up at 7 a.m. The girl that wakes up at 7 a.m. She gets her shit done, she works out and stuff like that. I am on a diet right now, so my diet is pretty, I mean, it's pretty solid. For some of you guys that watch the vlog on Friday, I'll explain the whole diet to you guys, but I'm not doing keto anymore. So I'm doing a calorie counting and a workout. So I'm trying something new just because I feel like calorie counting teaches you portion control, and it also teaches you how much you can really eat. My calorie counting, I did it at 1,500 calories. I was gonna do 1,200, but then I'm like, yo, let's just start at 15 and see what 15 given. 15 is actually, I did it yesterday and today's my second day on it, and I feel like 1,500 calories is not really that bad. And thinking about it now, the 1,500 calories that I'm eating, bro, like 1500 calories. I mean, I was a little like packaged at the end of the night, but I had my vitamins, which was 20 calories for the 2 gummies, so that was fine. But I realized that I overeat. I definitely overeat, like definitely overeat, because the 3 meals that I had yesterday was basically 1500, probably like a few points under 1500 calories. But I'm like, okay, so this is what I ate. It was there, all the meals were very satisfying. So I'm like, this is what you're eating, sis. So why are you, I mean, like, I'm eating this, I'm fulfilled, but I feel like I eat way more than that, and that's just really bad. So I definitely feel like this is not really giving what it's supposed to give, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more gold on my lid just to make it pop a little bit more. There you go, just to make it pop a little bit more. But since I'm updating you guys, I don't know if you guys probably see this on the other vlog, the vlog on Friday. I don't know why I'm talking about this stuff now when you're about to watch this vlog anyways on Friday, for the ones that do watch it. But I did tell you guys that I was going to, like, oh, I did tell you guys this in the last vlog, that I was gonna look for like a little part-time or whatever just to keep my skills up. So I'm gonna start looking for that soon. So that's like a little update as far as nursing, because that was actually one of the questions I got in the Q&A. So I'm gonna go over that anyways, because I know a lot of people are like, oh man, like you just got the degree, like what are you gonna do? You always gotta have a backup plan, okay? You always have to have a backup plan, because nothing lasts forever, which is one thing I try to tell people when they come on here thinking that like this is like a longevity type of situation. If you like making this type of coin and you want to keep this type of coin, you better have an alternative plan after this like dies down, because you know nothing lasts forever. Like once the old in and the new, what do you call that phrase? Once you're in, the next you're out, or some shit like that from Tyra Banks's America's Next Top Model, whatever, I forgot the phrase. But like nothing really lasts forever. So I'm the type of person, I'm a Capricorn, so I always have plan A, B, C, and D. And like, not saying that I don't love it here, like I love YouTube, I make a great living off of YouTube and just being an influencer, but you have to be realistic about the times. Like there's a new generation, Gen Zs are stepping in, their generation is basically taking over the internet and stuff like that, which I'm not mad about, because that's how things have to go. But you got to think about it, like they're younger and stuff like that. You got to let them take the reign, you know, let them take the reign. You have to let them take their crown and move forward. Like we're not, a lot of us out here, we're, especially me, I'm 31, like I'm not gonna be doing this shit forever, ever, you feel me? And even for the ones that are older that are still doing it forever, ever, that's dope for you, but like for me, realistically, maybe not. So I feel like you know, I have to have an alternative source, and nursing for me is an alternative source, because I mean, I'm not gonna make as much money as I make now, but I'm gonna still live a really good life. So that's one thing that I really wanted to work on. That's why I talk about people investing in yourself and investing in, yeah, investing in yourself. Investing in yourself could be like, okay, I went back to school and I got a degree. I know, and people are like, well, you spent money for that degree. Yeah, it's called investing. You have to put something in to get a result back. And I did have to pay like over $20,000 like last year. Was it last year? It was like last year in the midst. I paid like over $20,000 cash, guys. But at the end of the day, the result is that now I have a title. I have a new title after my name. Not like, you know, just like Miss or Mrs. whatever, but like I actually have a title. Like I had an LPN title before, and I just paid for an RN title. So I'm legit, I'm certified. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it seems like, I feel like people think like, oh my God, I'm about to spend this money and do this. Like, but honestly, if the investment is gonna give you back, like I paid, yeah, like I said, it's gonna give you back way more than you put in, like, so it's worth it. So that's my recommendation for people, especially if you're on these social media streets and you wanna, you know, start looking at other things, other venues, or having like something as a backup plan. Like I said, I have several. I have several backup plans for myself. And if I could still do this longevity, that'd be great. But also I want to keep my skills and find something that is, you know, something that, oh my, okay, little mascara did something. I'm gonna still find something that is going to be like longevity and things that I love. So foundation I'm using, guys, is the new Caledonian Deep 2. This one is, you guys are gonna see once I put this on, the foundation is gonna look dark. So this is the thing about me, the foundation, depending on what I use, it'll be kind of like crazy looking. Like my face is very like different colored, but you guys will see how it matches my skin now. But this one is definitely gonna come off a little bit dark. So right there, you guys can already tell. It's not too dark, but because I have this hyperpigmentation and these acne scars right in here, I like to use a new Caledonian on my face just because it has that deeper rich color. And then what I do is use my drugstore favorite, which is the Maybelline Fit Me in the number 356, which is cocoa, a warm coconut. Now you guys are gonna see what this color looks like. So this color is, yeah, see that? It's a little bit lighter than that one. So I mix these like a higher end, because the new Caledonia is $40 and the Maybelline Fit Me foundation is only $5.34. And you know me, I love this foundation from Maybelline. If you use a really good primer like I have, the Hydro Milk, or you use the Smashbox, you can use this foundation. I realized before that the foundation is a great drugstore foundation. I was using primers before that weren't strong enough or weren't durable enough, so those primers weren't holding the foundation in place. So once I started getting better primers like the Hydro Grip, guys, excellent, and the Smashbox, I realized that the foundation was staying put. So the foundation is a great foundation. If you guys are not in the market of spending $40 on no freaking new Caledonian, I would recommend that you go ahead and grab the Maybelline Fit Me. So I'm gonna blend this out. We're gonna start the Q&A question because I think I pretty much updated you guys, I guess, and what's going on. Yeah, pretty much. It's only been 11 days into the year, so there's really not that much I can say. So y'all see that? Look at that. And it still matches perfectly. So I just have to do a mix just because of my acne scarring and stuff, so I kind of have to mix things around. But the 356 color, the warm coconut, if I just need a regular foundation, I bring this on my vacations with me, it's perfect. It's inexpensive and it does the job. So let me blend this out, guys, and then we're gonna jump into the Q&A question. So there's a 95% chance that these lashes are the I Envy lashes, the Bold Wispy lashes in style number 6. I'm gonna leave a link down below for you guys, but I lost the packaging for this one, but I'm pretty sure these are the number 6 from the I Envy Bold Wispy collection. If you guys have not been to the beauty supply store or even shopped on their website, they got a new lash collection, guys. They have different types. They got the I Envy Mink, they got the I Envy Wispies. Like, they really showing out, and these look cute. I thought my eyeshadow was a little off, but I did fix it up a little bit. Why is this happening? I did fix it up a little bit, so the eyeshadow should be even both ways. I keep the eyeshadow pretty basic. I like a little bit of a gold, a little bit of a rustic color, green, and then like a little bit of a crease, but nothing crazy. I was gonna put liquid eyeliner, but I'm not gonna do that. So the first question, guys, is from Lovely EK, and I'll put the question in here, obviously. So question is, what kind of pots do you use? You guys ask me this shit all the time, and I even keep trying to reiterate it over and over and over and over again. I'm just joking. But the pots that I use, guys, are the Masterclass. You guys are probably talking about the ones that have that aesthetic look to it, that aesthetically pleasing look to it. So those are the I said I Envies. Those are the Masterclass ones. Now you can purchase those online. They actually sell them at Costco. You can get it at Costco for like the bundle pack with like a whole set. I believe that set's like $130. But you can buy them individually at Home Goods, Marshalls, or TJ Maxx. The pots are actually pretty inexpensive. I think the most expensive one I got was like $16.99. The cheapest one was probably like $6.99. It's really inexpensive. They're non-stick and they just look aesthetically nice. It has that nice kind of like wood handle and that kind of like nice stone color actual pot, so it's actually really nice. But they're inexpensive, guys. You can get it at TJ, the sister companies, for cheap AF, for like cheap AF. So to answer that, and a lot of you guys sent me bulk questions, so I'm gonna kind of go through the bulk of the questions. The next question was like, was that rainbow on Pennsylvania Ave? Pennsylvania Ave, where is that in Brooklyn? Because I have no idea. And no, it's not, because I know where I'd be going. I go to the one in Bushwick, like in the Ridgewood intersection, and I also go to the one on Fulton, so in Bedside. So I don't think that's the one on Pennsylvania Ave. Sorry, boo. This one, should a woman stay in a relationship if she is the main breadwinner, even if the guy helps in other ways? It depends on the relationship or the couple, but I don't think there's an issue with that as long as everyone is meeting their part or doing their part. And when people say in other ways, I remember there was this poll on Instagram, and the thing was it was about a 50-50 split relationship, and somebody had left a response to the question, and the person writes in the response, but what if they're a visionary? Like that, these kind of things, guys, please just stop doing that. Oh, well, what if they don't have it and they're like a visionary, so basically someone who dreams about things but doesn't do anything about it. Y'all gotta get out that fucking mindset, because that shit is stupid as hell. So if you follow me on Instagram, I usually do like, if I don't make them up myself, I usually see like something that's trending, and I'll kind of like do like little polls or questions on my Instagram to see kind of like what the census is. And a lot of you guys are pretty level-minded when it comes to some things like that, but a lot of you guys be really stupid with it. Like y'all just don't make no fucking sense. It's like bait, like it's like you're mothering. Like you guys gotta stop that shit. It's really annoying. Like you're not mothering somebody, you're not raising somebody. They should be able to you know, do those things by them fucking self. But I don't think it's a deal breaker. I think it's just something that you should, you know, work on together. But I don't think that, I do feel like if you're not good at one thing, the other thing should shine in other ways. I absolutely agree with that one, but that shouldn't be the main thing. I feel like everyone should pull their weight both ways, period. So the next question is, do you have plans on having children? Now, any millennial will tell you this. They all thought the same thing that I probably thought, and we all probably sitting in the same position right now looking like, bitch, where? And nah. So my mindset before was just like, oh my god, I'm going to get married, have kids, probably have like 1 or 2 by 30. That shit is not realistic. And then when you actually get to 30, that's not even in your mindset or in your peripheral anymore. Like, I'm not saying that I don't want them. I just feel like I'm just having such a great time, like, well, great time, like just in life and just financially and just stuff like that. So I feel like, let me just have this real quick, you know? Let me just have all of this fun real quick, because I feel like before it was like such a rush to do it, but I kind of feel like that whole phase of that feeling is just kind of dying down. Like nobody, a lot of people that I follow are like in their 30s, like 30, 31, 35. I follow people that are 35, 40, you know, and some people have kids and some people don't have kids. But right now, I feel like when it comes to black women, just in women in general, well, I'm gonna speak for black women because I'm a black woman, our minds are set on other things like hustling. Like we literally be getting it. So I think like this drive to be like successful and to, you know, try to have something before you have kids. And that's another thing. I'm someone that I want to have as much as I can before I have kids. I don't want to be struggling with no kids. Like, you know, you know, at 35, realistically speaking, you shouldn't be struggling with kids. Like, you should actually be established a little bit, you know, not speaking for everyone, but by that age, you should kind of like have your foot in somewhere or know what you want to do. But I do plan, but I'm not in a rush like I was before. I feel like that rush phase, or that rush kind of like feeling that you had to get it done at a certain time, that shit is gone and done with. So for me in the moment right now, it's just about like, you know, like preparing for that moment. So I'm more in like preparing as far as like finances and stuff like that, and just mentally preparing to have like a child or somebody else like to be responsible for. Because I feel like when you're still in like your selfish phase, like when you're only worrying about yourself, well, not in a bad way, meaning like selfish phase, meaning like taking care of yourself or worrying or working on yourself to become a better person, so you can be selfish in those moments. I feel like the selfish phase is still here, so I kind of have to, you know, get to my maximum, weed myself out of that selfish stage to get to the point where I'm able to be nurturing to a child. Y'all feel me when I say that? If that makes sense. But I think that makes sense because, especially at now, a lot of us at our age, we're like, well, in the 30s, a lot of women are really getting it popping. So I feel like you gotta just get the momentum up, still work towards things, and then have time to get ready or mentally ready for the bigger picture, like family and kids. And then obviously the next question, she goes, are you gonna get me? I mean, like, that's up to the person. I want to, but that's not, I'm not about to be one of these pick-me's on my knee proposing to a dude. That's just not gonna happen. So you guys will just have to wait to see if it comes my way, and when that day happens, you guys will be here to witness it. But I'm not one of those pick-me chicks. You will not catch me getting on my knees to propose to nobody, because that's just not what Dom's gonna do. So I hope that answers. All right, guys, so I'm gonna add some powder on my face. We're gonna get to the next question because I'm getting really dusty. Like I said, these questions came in bulk, so I'm just gonna do about 3 of these questions, but there's like 15 questions on top of each question. So just to kind of not make this video like an hour-long video, because y'all know I could jaw jack for hours, and we just not trying to do that today. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my airbrush, Flawless Airbrush Setting Spray from what's her name again? Tilbury. Why the bottle don't say her name? Charlotte Tilbury. You guys know what I'm talking about. So I'm using her spray because I'm a little dusty looking right now. Yeah. So yeah, so that looks good, guys. What do you guys think so far? Concealer wise, I use the Fenty 410, and then like I said, the Makeup Forever. My Makeup Forever, I actually burned it with a hot comb, so it's like oozing out. So I gotta find something to like scoop up some of this oozing concealer, because I mean, we're not about to lose any of that stuff because that shit was expensive as hell. So the next question, guys, is from Still Looking Good 58. She asked me a whole bunch of questions. Love her. So the first question: explain how to be frugal after you start to make bank. There's really no way to. I've always been frugal, so I think I just picked up the habit as it like I don't really see the need to overdo things. And the reason why I'm probably frugal the most is because I used to work a lot. So when I first graduated as an LPN, I used to work like 2 or 3 jobs. So I went out, like I would go on like a Friday or Saturday, make sure I didn't work on the weekend. So I used to go out like Friday and Saturday, but most of the time I would just be busting my ass. I would go to work in the morning, go at work at night, because I really didn't have that much commitments at that time. I was dating someone that was away at college, so it was just me and my friends at that time. So I was just like, you know what, I could just bank some money right now. I don't really need to be like, you know, hanging out all the time. And around that time I was around 22 or 23, and that's when I graduated from LPN school when I was like 22. Nursing school when I was 22. So at that time I was like, you know what, the money's good right now, I could always have fun, but let me just get this working. So I've never been someone to go shopping like that or get crazy buying stuff. The only thing that I ever really bought, guys, was hair. And I used to go to the beauty supply store and just buy packs of hair and do quick weaves and stuff like that. So that would literally be the only thing that I spent my money on until I came on YouTube. And when I came on YouTube, I realized that you not only can get stuff for free, but you can get paid for the stuff. And then you can take the stuff and sell the stuff, which turns into 3 sources of revenue. Just putting out there for y'all, don't even know that. But I realized when I started doing this that, hey, now that I don't even buy shit anyways, but I do like a good fashion. If I do shop, I do buy things that I like. And most of the try-on hauls in the stores that you guys see me do, those are places that I actually shop at. And I've been shopping at, like Rainbow Shops. I've been shopping there for years. So it's nothing new. I just stick to my roots and stick to things that I know. So when it comes to stuff now, like I said, when I started doing YouTube, I realized that, okay, I'm getting free hair, I'm getting free clothes. So why am I buying anything? I don't have to buy anything. So my money gets spent, well, some of my money gets spent on traveling. If I want to buy like a little designer jewelry, which I'm more into jewelry, I'm not really into bags. Like I'm not a designer bag girl. I'm just not. I try to think about it and, you know, consider it, but then I'm like, that's not really me. I'm a jewelry girl. You guys see that. I'm a jewelry girl. So I'm just gonna buy designer jewelry when I feel fit because I want to. So these are things that I realize that if I'm getting it for free, why the fuck am I gonna spend my money? Even if I decide to go to Target, because I love Target and they have some great stuff in the Wild Fable section, I'll go there and, you know, spend a rack in there, but it's stuff that I like. But once I started doing YouTube, I realized like I'm getting stuff for free, so I'm gonna save my money. Why would I, like, come on, why would I, like, I got my hair done last year as a treat to myself for passing my boards, and that was that. And just to go on a trip, I wanted to have the experience because I've never really had the experience. I literally been doing my hair for years by myself. And that's another thing. Why would I don't even have to buy hair anymore. I get it for free and I know how to do the hair by myself. So literally, I'm getting shit for free and taking care of my life with the free things that I get. Why would I spend money? Like it doesn't make sense. I get free outfit to wear, free hair. So that's how I'm frugal. I've always been this way. I've never really been a shopper. I've always been working. So I never had time to go to the mall and blow money and stuff like that, just because I've always been a hustler. I've always been working and just about the grind. So I guess I could say the frugal spirit has always been in me, I guess you could say. It pretty much has been. Now the next question is what your strategy on YouTube. I don't really know. Okay. And what she means strategy means like how do you go about like, you know, posting? Is that what you mean strategy wise? I don't really have a strategy. I think this year I'm trying to come up with a plan on doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday videos, which last week, the first week of the year, I was able to do 3 videos, which I was very happy and proud of myself. So that's the only strategy I guess I can tell you. Other than that, honestly, the YouTube game is new it's not new, but it's different for everybody. Like, some people come on here and they do it for a living. Some people come on here and do it for fun. It's just different. So I'm not sure how to answer that question. You could ask me another question in regards to the strategy thing down below if you want. Why young women should learn to cook? I just think you just need to be self-sufficient. That's it. I think that women now, they just need to, younger women, you just need to know how to just do everything by yourself. I think because I grew up, even though my father passed away in 2005, my mother took care of me and my sisters with no other additive person in our life for years after my dad died. So she basically showed us what to do by herself. Like, we have the mindset where like we just don't need a guy to do anything for us, and like if we're in a situation where we're by ourselves, we'll be able to survive by ourselves. So I just kind of watched my mom learn how to cook and stuff like that, and just learn how to hang, like, you know, how to be there and how to just get through things alone. Because I mean, like, she was alone. My dad died. It was just her and us, so she had to figure it out. So it was just such a great experience to watch her and like learn from her, because I will never take any of that for granted, because I learned so much from my mom from that. Like, she really taught me how to look past things and just push through even the worst situations. Like, I could never take that away. And I feel like cooking in general, just being able to self-sufficiently do things, paying your rent, paying for your car, being able to get things on your own, like your credit card, stuff like that, just being able to have a overall good life alone, like just make sure that your life is complete, and being able to know how to take care of yourself is definitely something that I highly recommend. And it's part of being feminine and part of your femininity as well too. So you want to make sure like you're maintaining that, and you're making sure that you water that, because that's really important anyways. The next question she asked was ways to be self-reliant. Now, kind of picking back to what I was talking about cooking and learning how to cook, about what she asked about learning how to cook and stuff like that, and just picking back off to that as far as being independent. The reason why I can consider myself to be self-reliant is because like I said, my mother took care of us by herself. She basically had to, you know, work too, so she had to trust us and allow us to do things on our own and make decisions on our own. Did we always make the right decisions? Probably not. And Dan would be the one to tell you that me and Dara gave my mother a run for her money. Dan was the only one that stayed home. She was like the great child. When me and Dara would be out rebelling, Dan would be at the house just sitting there with my mom, just like in disbelief. So I feel like we were able to just make the decisions by ourselves. And like I said, we didn't make the best decisions, but the thing about me, I've never really had people talking in my ear. And that's another thing about social media. I think I mentioned this before. I've never had to take a social media break. And the reason why I've never had to take a social media break is because I'm not out here looking at other people. Like, I don't really care about your life. Like, not like that in a disrespectful way, but I'm only worried about myself, like, and what I'm doing. Like, I don't wake up, and even if I go on social media and scroll and stuff like that, I'm not out there like invested in other people. Like, that's probably why I never really had to take one of those like social media breaks or things like that, is because I'm focused on myself. And when you're focused on yourself, you can make decisions yourself, you can do things in your own benefit, especially when you're freelancer and you're self-employed. Everything you're doing is for yourself. You are the brand. You're the girl. You're the it girl. You're that girl. There's only one of you. It's only Dominique A. So I have to make decisions for myself. There's nobody. I have no manager. There's nobody talking in my ear to give me, you know, constructive criticism or tell me what to do. It's just me. So I think just being like that and just being independent. And also another thing that plays a great role into that is nursing as well too, because a lot of the times I would be the one, like where I used to work at, I would be the one leading the floor. I used to work the night shift, so I used to be the leader. So I would have to delegate tasks and stuff like that. That also taught me a lot as well too, as far as just being able to make my own decisions and stuff like that, because you have to know how to lead in order to be self-reliant as well too. Just because, I mean, you're the one that's in charge of your life, right? So Wait, why isn't it opening up? Open up. How you discipline yourself to get so much done. Those are my suggestions. Okay, so I'm lining my lips now, guys. Even though my makeup is not complete, I gotta do my blush and stuff, but I feel like I am just jaw jacking. So how do I keep myself, how do I discipline myself to get things done? I'm lazy, I'm a procrastinator. A lot of the influencers will come on and tell you guys that it's a very weird, it's a strange world out here. This week I tried to start a 7 a.m. routine, and the 7 a.m. routine just fumbled miserably. And I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna try again, and I'm gonna keep trying every day. I'm gonna set the alarm clock and try every day. With me, I have a procrastination issue, so I literally would just like wait on stuff. Even if I have, like for instance, if I have videos in the queue on my camera, and I have several hair videos, several things that I literally can just put up and get paid. But for some reason, for me, it's almost like, well, I mean, like I've already made like this much money this week, so like I don't have to post this one. That's what my mindset is. I gotta get the fuck out of that. It don't even matter how much money I capped out this week. I need to make more. And that's the thing with me. Sometimes I just become very lazy. And just like once I think I met my monthly goal, I feel like, oh, I'm done now. I already made that shit in 2 weeks. Oh, I could just hang out for the last 2 weeks of the month. No, bitch, you can't. You better go ahead and get some more things done. And this year, that's what I'm teaching myself. Like, even if I've met like my goal, you know, for the month, and I met the goal in 2 weeks, or even if I met it the first week, God bless. I just want to make sure that I am still like working. Like, things still gotta get done. Like, I mean, the thing with me is I always have this battle between oversaturating my channel and then just putting up the content that's due. And that's the thing with me. It's like oversaturating, the people aren't gonna watch it. But I just gotta get out of that. I don't care anymore. I'm putting up the content that I want because I want to put it up, and it's content that I like. I'm not changing anything that I do. I'm sticking with what I want to do, and when the content goes up, it's going up. And I need to start just doing that, because sometimes I always second guess myself, like, oh, don't post that up today. It's not time for that one yet. Like, just do that another week. And that's how it messes me up, and that's part of procrastination. So what I'm trying to work on this year is just to get out of that mindset and just get straight to things, because the longer I wait and hold things off, shit just never gets done. So that's an issue that I have, but this year I'm definitely working on getting that, you know, sought through. Especially last week, I was able to get up the number of videos I said I was gonna get up, and I felt really good after I did that. So I'm like, bitch, you can do this, okay? Just do it. It's fine. Like, stop looking at what you've done. Look at where you can go and what you can get done, like, even more. So that's definitely something I need to work on. And I know a lot of people could agree with me. Sometimes procrastination is a motherfucker. Like, it can really shake you down, like, for real. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some mascara underneath, and then I'll do the lips and the blush, and I think that's basically it, because I don't really do that much. Like, it'd be real basic. All right, guys, so the last series of questions I'm going to ask is from Coco Almond Joy. She went ahead and left a nice little long question, and this is definitely a topic that I've been really like listening to and stuff like that. Just not listening to, just kind of like taking an eye-opening, you know, approach at this kind of stuff. So her question is, end of the year Q&A question: how do you get motivated with keto in the new year? We could just go ahead and answer that now. We ain't doing keto this year, girl, okay? We ain't doing that. We doing a nice calorie counted diet this time. And let me tell you guys something. You guys might be like, no, don't do that. But then when you guys see how it works out, then you guys are gonna be joining. So just wait and see. Just wait and see. Now, her next question was like, what did I say? Damn, we'll close up. Regarding the Black Woman Empowerment channel, Cynthia G, love Cynthia G. Chrissy, Paris Milan, love Paris Milan. I don't know who Chrissy is. I need to see her. Paris Milan and Yanni, love Yanni. What are your thoughts on high value men, gender roles, and the woman should bring to the table, and the red pill rhetoric about Black women not being submissive, too masculine discussion between Black men and Black women? So you guys, I'm telling you guys about stuff. And this vlog this week, I definitely was talking about that in the vlog that's coming up on Friday. So make sure you guys watch the vlog on Friday from that whole incident that happened with Asia Doll. Is it Asia Doll or Asia Brand? I don't know her name. Asia Doll. That whole situation, just pure humiliation. It's my thing about this rhetoric and these like podcasts and stuff like that. Black women, stop fucking attending those damn shows. Stop going up to them. Stop going in their faces to ask undesirable men for their opinion about what you should do. Why would you go ask an undesirable man about what you should do, who you should date? Like, it's just embarrassing. Like, you know, I feel kind of bad when I'm like, yo, y'all, you guys did that to yourself. I don't know why you would go on a show like that. Like, it just does not make sense. And we continue to do that. Well, I'm not gonna put myself in the category. The dumb pick-me's keep doing that, and I'm not gonna put myself in that category either, because I'm not a pick-me. But the pick-me's will continuously go on these shows and have these undesirable, low-grade score of a 1, 2, or 3 type dudes, giving you ratings and then telling you that you're too masculine and you're not feminine enough. Why? Why? These dudes that you'll probably never ever date in your fucking life, you guys are out here listening to what they're telling you about how to do this. How can a man tell you how to be more feminine? How can a man tell you that? How would he know that? Like, why is that something of his interest? Like, why is he so devoted or so interested in femininity and stuff like that? It's kind of strange, no? I just feel like those types of things, all these platforms that you guys are seeing, these platforms are only successful off the heads of black women. If they don't talk about black women, they don't make any money. If they don't do podcast shows or if they don't do recordings in regards to talking about black women, they make no money. And the fact that we keep feeding into that is what's giving them the money. So I think that if we just cancel these jokesters out and we just stop like engaging in stuff like that, they would have nothing to talk about. They would have nobody to talk about. But it's really sad that we have to be the ones for them to talk about to get a little bit of bread. I think that's hilarious. But as far as gender roles and stuff like that, I just feel like depending on the relationship you're in, you can discuss that. I feel like traditional shit is out the door. That traditional stuff that you guys are used to, when your pappies paid for everything, your mom stayed home and cooked and cleaned. That rhetoric doesn't exist anymore. That's not a thing. That's a thing of the past. So I feel like at this point, people just need to move with the times and just see what works for them. Because you can't be out here begging people to do things that they just don't want to do anymore, or doing things that were historically traditional things to do when that shit doesn't get followed now. So you can't expect people to do it. Especially if they were raised in households where that stuff they never saw that happen. How can you expect that? Like, say you want someone to be a sole provider or pay all the bills and stuff like that. What if they grew up with a single mother and their single mother paid all the bills? So, and I know you guys are like, well, that's not an excuse. Oh, they can get a mentor. But let's just be realistic at the times. You really think they're going to go out there and invest in getting a mentor to teach them how to be at top quality, at high value? No. So I feel like we just need to be realistic and have more options, or be open with just going out there and seeking other options, because complaining about something that's not going to change is kind of stupid. It's not. So you might as well just take your shit and go elsewhere, go where you're appreciated. I mean, that makes the most sense to me. I still think that we shouldn't be in these comment sections going berserks. I do be in Cynthia G's comment section and Yanni's comment section going slightly berserk, and I see a lot of bothered people. And I noticed this a lot. Somebody else asked a question about how I come back like the weirdos in my comments and stuff like that. One thing I do notice, every time I go on Cynthia G's channel, or I do go on Yanni's channel and I'll leave a comment or something like that, for some reason they will pick me out of the comments. Mind you, their comment section gets flooded with people. Even the live chat gets flooded with people. But for some reason, it's like the beta males will always pick me out of the comments. Probably because my shit shows a verified check and my shit isn't bold, but for some reason the beta males will always pick me out in the comment section, in the super chat. Mind you, Cynthia G's and Yanni's super chats be with thousands of people. Why y'all coming for me? And I feel like they do that on purpose because they don't have a bigger platform, so they don't want me to come up and just try to say things, because it's not my type. I don't do commentary, so that's not the type of videos that I do. That's why I go to commentary channels to watch their commentary. I don't do commentary, so stop picking me out of the chat to try to say something negative to me. And then another thing I noticed, they'll actually come over to my channel and invade my comment section in all my other videos that has absolutely nothing to do with this conversation. So I noticed that happens a lot. And for me, like I said, when it comes to combating people, you're either getting blocked or you're getting ignored. I will leave people on here And I'll leave people on here talking about stupid stuff, and I'll let you shine. I'll leave your comment up and stuff like that, because what I realized ever since COVID-19 started and people were at home quarantining and stuff, and a lot of people became miserable, and you know, I'm not going to say that in a bad way, because a lot of people went through mental health issues during that time, but I noticed that a lot of the miserable, down bad, just hating ass people came out during COVID. And that's when like the comment sections would get flooded with weird things. A lot of inappropriate things are written, and it's just, to me, it's just like, you can go on OnlyFans, you can go on all those free those platforms where you're paying for subscriptions and do that with them. Get the fuck out of here with that. It's just weird as hell to me. But I do find that I get a lot of those beta males in my comment section or on my channel, when my channel has absolutely nothing to do with stuff like that. If you're not trying to figure out how to put a wig on, if you're not trying to figure out how to slay an outfit, what the fuck are you doing over here? That's just one thing I gotta say. I noticed that trend a lot. A lot of these low beta males will come on my thing talking about some this and that. Don't do that over here. It just doesn't work here. But like I said, I feel like with this whole conversation, if we don't feed into stuff like that, then we'll be fine. The more we keep showing up at these their events and stuff like that, and giving them the reason to say something, or making us their headline on their or their part of their title on their YouTube channel, that's just feeding them more popularity, giving them more money, and just getting people to come towards them and giving them what they want. So we literally need to just nip that in the butt and stop fucking with these types of clowns, because it's just getting to a point that it's annoying. It's annoying. And why, like I said, why would you take the opinion of a undesirable 1 to 3 scale mark dude? Like, these dudes could never hold a candle up to you or could never get next to you. And that's how I look like, because none of them jokesters can get near me. Alright guys, I'm adding a little bit of the finishing touches to this right now. Nothing crazy. I've been having like this little eyeshadow on my finger this entire time. So I'm adding a little bit of highlight in the areas that I like, nothing too crazy. The makeup is pretty simple, guys, like really bronzy and pretty-ish. Spray up. Alright guys, so that basically wraps up today's Q&A, chit chat, makeup tutorial, whatever. If you guys want me to continue doing this, I could do it once a month moving forward, so we can do it once a month. I would suggest that you go ahead and leave your comments or your questions down below in the comment section, so that I can go ahead and pick those questions up for the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That's all I have to offer to you guys today, and hopefully you guys have a great work week, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.